Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying and everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And now running right through it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Looking to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Lucky 56, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They're going to try and throw. And he comes back with one complete. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with a running back. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. In for the score. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard. Line. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll drop to throw. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they'll run it here. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Hey, here I come! Here I come! Here I come!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
So he got it there.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more after this. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And the 49ers going to take another timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken at the 3. San Francisco gets set to go here. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they'll go on the ground. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Caught. Safarian-Jenkins, right side. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, He's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And oh, it's blocked. And the Niners have it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, the 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
3-19. 3-19.
Check 52 the mic. Check 52 the mic.
Gone.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Green 39. Green 39.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. run it now out of the gun. And fights through one man. Still going. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 49 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now a handoff working right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Following the penalty, Michel. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on third and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Ryan Allen now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Back nine in that Philly. Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, got 3.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Go, Shan.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one short.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super tough.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. This is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Watch him now, Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Stop. That's it, baby.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Michelle. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Niners on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big spot now for Stephen Gostkowski. This for the lead in the final stages. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Now on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.